one of the big talking points in world cricket these days is the emergence of wrist spin. And we're seeing wrist spin from countries that you wouldn't otherwise have expected to have wrist spin in. I mean, we're seeing Adil Rashid play for England, Imran Tahir for South Africa, even New Zealand occasionally play Ish Sodhi. These are not countries that traditionally threw up wrist spinners. And you can see that reflected in the numbers. In the last 2 years, wrist spinners have bowled 75% more overs than they had in the preceding comparison period, the preceding two years. And there's a reason that has happened. If you remember, there was a phase in international cricket where it was almost assumed that sides will make 350, 360, and no one really tried to take wickets in the middle overs. I remember a time when they used to call it the non-aggression pact between the bowlers and the batsmen between overs 15 and 40. You just knock around gently, we'll do what we can, and then let's restart the game in the last 10 overs. And that was making one-day cricket dreadfully boring. The arrival of wrist spinners and the fact that they're giving you wickets in the middle overs has suddenly made the one-day game more exciting. And who knows, even as one-day cricket was declining everywhere, the arrival of wrist spin might just perk them up. And look at the numbers in the last 2 years. Compare finger spin versus wrist spin. Strike rates are better, averages are better. There's only a little difference in the economy rates, but I don't think people are too bothered about the economy rates. If the difference is about 0.6, 0.7, but you're giving many more wickets and people are saying, right, let's pick the wrist spinners, because this game has gone back to being about wickets, which is why I believe we are actually seeing a little resurgence in the quality of cricket in limited overs cricket, because the wrist spinners are giving you wickets in between. We're seeing Chinaman bowlers, we're seeing left-arm wrist spinners. The other day in Sri Lanka, you had Sandakan and Kuldeep Yadav both playing. And neither country had played one till 2015. So people are on the lookout for these wrist spinners. And I think the difference, as I said, is these wickets that they are providing. Now, why all of a sudden are wrist spinners providing wickets? And I think there are 2 or 3 reasons. For a start, if the track is not doing too much, the finger spinner is easiest to pick. You'll see from those numbers earlier that finger spin is the one that has been most affected. Right arm finger spin. At least the left arm finger spin pings it into your pads. The right arm finger spinner has been the most affected by the big bats and the new scoring rates. And so that is where the wrist spinners come in handy. The other thing is, with the big bats, a lot of batsmen are becoming standard deliver batsmen. So my theory is that when the ball swings and when the ball turns from a wrist spinner's hand, it deviates off the straight more than normal. And anything that is deviating off the straight more than normal is creating problems for batsmen, because the big bats are lulling them into thinking that they can just stand and hit the ball where they want to. So that is the major reason. I'm also not sure that, unlike in the great days when batsmen used to play spin really well, whether people are picking the spinner from the hand. And if you have to play the spinner after the ball hits the deck, that is off the pitch rather than off the hand, then the wrist spinner is always going to be more difficult. I don't know if it's because more and more batsmen are facing throwdowns, or whether they're facing the bowling machine too much, or whether they're just facing ordinary medium pace bowling too much, but they're not reading bowlers off the hand. And that is where the great mystery of wrist spin is coming in. I'll tell you what it's also doing. It's making the middle overs exciting. It's making commentary exciting. It's bringing people back into limited overs cricket. And so this arrival of wrist spin in India, represented by Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav, is fantastic. And I think you'll see this trend going all the way through to the 2019 World Cup. In recent years, England has also been a more productive land for wrist spin rather than finger spin. So I think you'll find everyone's looking for that. And I think India are very lucky that they've got 2 young players at the moment that they can mold and get ready by 2019.